Hey there, I'm Syama, CEO of Scaling Retail, and guys, I am coming to you from Magic. Now, the recap from sourcing. Sourcing's been a really interesting show this year. In fact, traditionally, we are used to seeing people show up for sourcing across the world. We're used to seeing swaths of booths coming in from India, Vietnam, China, and in fact, guys, this year, sourcing came a little short in terms of the countries it was able to represent, simply because of COVID restrictions and flying issues that come in from traveling from international. Now, what does that mean? Well, the booths that were here did end up getting very highly trafficked, though of course numbers of people who were walking the show were certainly lower than we've seen in years past for obvious reasons. Now, when it comes to the best way to approach sourcing, especially if you're unable to attend the trade show, or if you attended the trade show and you were actually unable to kind of see the variety, right, and you want to be able to have access, definitely check out the sourcing online. Now, sourcing online still allows you to aggregate all of the brands, find an easy way to look for vendors that you're looking for, and you can even reach out to Sourcing Concierge to be able to actually have them help tailor some of the vendors to fit your specifications. I think oftentimes we kind of under-resource and underuse some of these trade show assets to actually help you as the consumer, as the buyer in this case, be able to find the right product. Now, certainly there are buyer concierges for the other trade shows that are happening here in Vegas, but sourcing is special because sourcing actually gives you access to private label. It gives you access to label makers, to the paper good products, right? The companies who are producing packaging, the companies who are producing hang tags, right? All of those components, as well as a lot of the different textile manufacturers. So if you're looking at producing with denim, or you're looking for someone who can do really good spandex, lycra, or even sustainable when it comes to manufacturing, sourcing is really the place to go. So this year, guys, I would say if you're interested in actually making some headway and traction in terms of what your needs are, reaching out to someone at sourcing in terms of the concierge or help desk is really going to help you in terms of getting matched up properly with those kinds of vendors. Now, what are some of the trends that I've been seeing? Well, obviously a lot of these guys are now touting that they're doing lower minimum quantities. I think that's great. I think a lot of vendors now are realizing just how big the small markets are for smaller fashion brands. So a lot of vendors now are now touting kind of lower minimums at 100 MOQ, which I actually think is really fantastic. And then as we start to think about, how to leverage, again, I would say this year, sourcing was really good in terms of seeing private label manufacturers. We also saw a nice representation from Egypt, from Turkey, which I thought was great in terms of being able to find and connect to sourcing and manufacturing internationally. We all know that Turkey's kind of been big on the scene in the last few years. It will continue to have that kind of dominance. And it was interesting to see Egypt there, and I'm curious to see kind of what other countries end up popping up on the radar in terms of having international manufacturing and sourcing. So guys, that's my recap from sourcing. Super fun giving a talk here. Really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the audience. Really great questions on NFTs, fashion's digital future. So far, guys, sourcing has been a lot of fun, but definitely not the same kind of turnout that we're used to seeing. So crossing my fingers that next year it's going to be off the charts. But in terms of this year, guys, get online, get on the concierge. If you need help building your fashion brand, understanding your supply chain and scaling, send us an email at hello@scalingretail.com. Talk to you later. Bye.